Subscribe to the Cigars and Sea Stories newsletter. When you do, you are immediately eligible to share for the Cigars and Sea Stories giveaway. Every month we are giving away exclusive Cigars and Sea Stories gear, as well as gear and materials and items and books and gadgets and gizmos from all of our sponsors, guests, collaborators, whoever is engaging during that month's giveaway. So sign up right now at cigarsandseastories.com.
Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep
on this episode of Cigars and Sea Stories, Michael J. Penny has the distinct privilege, we'll get into the pleasure later on, to sit down with Mr. Adam Bird of Heroes Media Group. We've had him on the show a couple of different times. We are part of Heroes Media Group. We are a proud member of the overall network. He has his own show, The Decision Hour. He's working with a number of different podcasters out there. He is working with a number of different sponsors out there and big, huge names, and he's here to tell us all about it. So, without further ado, from the Heroes Media Group ivory tower that he sits in, Adam Bird.
Thank you, Mike. It's great to be here.
How's it going, brother?
It's going good, brother. It's going good.
Nice, right on.
Another beautiful day in paradise up here in the northeast part of the country today, and I look outside the window and I see white stuff falling from the sky, and I say to myself, it's not spring today. This is coming back, giving you a big FU.
Yep. Yeah, Mother Nature doesn't give a shit about your plans, bro. I don't know if you know that.
Going that 4-mile hike in the Speedo this morning. Nope, not going to happen. Sorry.
It's a usual. Oh, man. You and a nut hugger.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
I don't know why people look at it. It's like, it's funny. Like, you have the Army of One Speedo, the cowboy boots, and a ball cap. I just, it's... Yeah. It's fitting,
Adam's Perfect Sunday.
Yeah.
That's what that is right there.
At the beach, folks, I tell you what. Yeah.
Right. Mojitos nonstop.
Love me the umbrella drinks.
Oh, man. You've been all over the place, though. You made a big move. Where are you living now?
Yeah, it's been, since sold the house in Phoenix in last October. But I'm down there every month. This month I didn't go down to Arizona because I'm actually heading back there next month for several weeks. Obviously my son, most people that follow me know that my son's going to high school down there. He got accepted into a private college prep school, and he's running varsity track as a freshman. I'm proud to say he played football there. Yeah, love it. So and then we got, obviously, the home base for HMG is still in Arizona. So I go back there and when I'm back there, I'm working with the clients that we have back there, or the HMG family members that we have back there, and whatnot. So it's good. But being out here, been expanding it. It's definitely opened the doors for HMG. It's given us a lot more opportunity being out here, traveling up and down the coast. I was in Miami recently for an event. Heroes Media Group has its own coffee. Not that we're not a coffee company, but we have a coffee and a tea. Just kind of like an added perk, something we kind of started doing that just so we can have stuff to give away when we're at events and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah.
So that's it. And then we got more shows coming on. Obviously we're growing the network. We got 3 new shows starting this week. I got 2 recording tomorrow. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and NASCAR again this year?
Yeah, we're on NASCAR. We teamed up with Mike Harmon Racing. He is part of the the Infinity series for the cars, and then he's in the camping camping truck series as well. They got a truck that races several times throughout the year. So they just did their West Coast tour. They were out on the West for the last 3 weeks. And then the next stop in a couple of weeks, they got a few weeks off, and they're going to be in Texas here in a few weeks.
See, you know what we should lock on with those guys sometime? It's like a swap ride-along package, so to speak, okay? 'Cause I want to go mock Jesus in a race car. That would be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I all but guarantee none of them fellas has ever jumped a Humvee before, okay? So I'm just saying we could get them rocking and socking behind a Maud Deuce up in the gun. Penny's doing like freaking 65 across open desert. Wham! Hitting a wadi or something like that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Insurance
I'm
would
sure
have
between the two of us, we could think of half a dozen areas out in the West that we could go do that in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be good.
That's
Go.
good.
That's called cross-pollination, people.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Oh my God, dude. This one time, no bullshit. They gave us a bunch of Humvees and they said break them. That actually happened. Now, in the Marine Corps, this doesn't happen all that often, but that actually happened.
Accepted.
Right, exactly. I'm like, you sure about that? And it was so cold. It was one of those days where you're just out in the middle of the desert and you feel like you're in Apollo 13. You're just trapped in this freaking capsule out there with these other dudes. You know, and we were basically waiting to take multiple runs. And so when it was your turn in the truck, you know, you would have a control officer who would sit in there with you, and then somebody would stand up in the gun. One time we were going around, and this other guy was driving. My buddy Stone launched right out of the top. Just like hit a jump and myself and the other guy who was the dismount, we reached up, grabbed Stone's boots, and pulled him straight back into the gunner's turret. Like, oh, like, score! Oh, yeah, dude. But he was all fucked up. I mean, that scared the shit out of him. I mean, you know. Would scare the shit out of anybody. Like, dude, you were airborne, dude. He's like, yeah, I felt it going. You guys pulled me back in there. It was like the truck met, you know, like the truck launched, and then we pulled him in as the truck was coming. Oh, dude, it was so intense. It was one of those. And, you know, NASCAR, I mean, those guys have like 8-point harnesses and shit. And Humvees, we don't even have seatbelts.
Yeah. No, yeah, right.
We got to play by each other's rules, too.
I need 8 lap belts, shoulder harnesses, neck braces, helmet, gloves, special boots, just to make a left turn.
I swear, okay, just to make a left turn? You sound like Hugh Hefner getting off. God rest him, fellow veteran.
Yeah.
You know, he slept with 6 women every night. He put it in 1 and another 5 moved him.
Well,
that's a thing. I stole that joke. I can't remember from who, but that's how we did it. He was an Army vet. Just saying.
This message sponsored by Viagra.
Probably more Lady Viagra on that sort of situation. Yeah. Like, geez Louise.
That or Hennessy. One of the, whatever.
Right. What are we making, a rap video?
Yeah, right.
Get the walker out of here. Thing's got fucking tennis balls on it. Don't bring that into the rap video. Nobody wants
to see the colostomy bag.
No, you know what? There's so many venereal diseases going around old folks' homes these days. We should make a rap video that says Walker and Hennessy.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, the aluminum Walker in your Hennessy. Just, dude, you know that there's some old like Easy Company fats or like some WW2 Pacific.
There's people out there like, I'm offended right now. For those of you that are listening to this broadcast and you're offended, please reach out and email at heroesmediagroup.com and someone will get a hold of you momentarily.
People who get offended don't listen to Cigars and Sea Stories.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And if they do,
I think the average person who listens to Cigars and Sea Stories has never seen somebody blow up in front of them, but they think that's kind of cool to an extent.
Well, yeah.
You know, I mean, there's
stuff that happens like in the movies and stuff, right?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Grenades blow up like fire.
Yeah,
that's what happened. I was watching Wonder Woman. You seen Wonder Woman yet?
Oh, yes.
Dude,
yes, I have.
Gal Gadot, you're doing it, lady. You're doing it. She's my age. Got 2 kids.
I salute. She's got 2 kids.
2 kids.
Beautiful.
She's doing all right, man. I'm telling you what. Beautiful family over there. But I gotta say, when it comes to the character of Wonder Woman, do not fuck with. Okay?
No.
Let me tell you right now. I know you want to lay some game on that one. Forget about the whip and all of that other stuff. Forget the fact that she can deflect bullets or anything else like that. Her kung fu grip Mm-hmm. That'll remove manhood. Think about that one, folks.
Yeah.
The next time you decide to throw the moose at Wonder Woman. I was watching Wonder Woman last night. I thought about that. Marines across the world are like, I'm going to proposition Wonder Woman. That's a bad idea. Let me tell you why.
No, you're
like,
not.
have you ever...
No.
Remember those games you play? When you're deployed, it's kind of like boys' camp sometimes. Do you ever sleep? You sleep in a hooch with all these guys, and you're all going. It's like lights out, and everybody's going to sleep. Right? It's nighttime. You naturally sleep during night. Get it?
Yeah.
But guys are talking in the racks.
Yeah, of course.
You
For
know?
at least an hour.
Right. Right. Exactly. And it's always the most fucked up games.
Yeah.
Would you rather give head to Richard Nixon or take it from a donkey? Either way, get $1 million.
Yeah.
It's
that's a tough one. Well, I mean, am I wearing knee pads when I'm eating the head, and am I drinking lots of tequila with the donkey? I mean, because it makes a difference,
Right. All right.
Not that I've thought about it. I'm just saying we're having this conversation.
Let me pose one. Let me pose one to you.
Okay.
All right. Ready for this one?
Go ahead. Hit me.
You can be Superman.
Okay.
All right. Now here's the thing. Anytime you lay down some serious pipe, you're gonna kill old girl. I mean, your superhuman semen is just gonna blow a hole straight through Lois Lane.
Gives a whole new meaning of Man of Steel, if you know what I mean.
A whole new thing. Okay, but here's the other, right? The other side of this coin. You get to just go for broke, all you can eat buffet with Wonder Woman over there. All right? But when done, a lot like the praying mantis, boom, she's gonna just like some weird crazy way to castrate you. You're going full eunuch the rest of your life. What do you think? What do you get? See?
Wonder Woman or literally be the Man of Steel.
Right. But, I mean, come on, man. You get busy with a lady, you're killing her. Or you're significantly wounding her. She needs a hip transplant.
Well, see, now you got to look at it from this perspective, though. Like, I mean, those are bragging rights. Like, I'm that good. Like what's with the wheel? You're gonna have to show up to the girl's house with a wheelchair.
Yeah, but that's like every Marine. So I mean, that's not a big deal.
It's debatable, but yeah.
I had to. I had to.
But here's the other thing, though.
Right.
You Wonder Woman, and it's probably going to be the time of your life.
Absolutely, it's guaranteed time of your life. But you're getting praying mantis.
Like you're pretty much not going to be useful to anybody after that. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with the Man of Steel on this one, Mike.
You're going Man of Steel.
Wow. Man of Steel.
See, there you go, folks. Leave us your comments on Cigars and Sea. Go to the actual post the episode page. You tell us.
And hold on, there's a caveat to this. Let me throw the monkey wrench in there, if I may.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Man of Steel. Wonder Woman shows up at the house. Then what happens?
Right.
Is she gonna get me, or am I gonna get her?
See, there you go. I don't know.
No, there's a battle I wouldn't mind fighting.
Well, but I don't think that they're compatible. Like in my. That's one of those they're not compatible. Like, hey, let's start a long-term relationship. No. That's like one of those. I got drunk. It was at the bar. We were, showing off our superpowers, and oops, we, did the mattress mamba on some kryptonite or something. I don't know, whatever. But on some kryptonite, oh man, you're leaning over doing lines of kryptonite.
Yeah.
And just slamming.
Yeah. Uh-huh. See, yeah. I didn't even have to say it. You picked up it. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. Put more champagne in that ice bucket, baby. I got three or four lines of kryptonite just laid out. I heard kryptonite's bullshit, by the way, too. It was like, old boy wanted to go on vacation. They were talking about that shit on Comedians in Cars or whatever. The guy who played Superman in the old thing, they wanted him to go on vacation, or he wanted to go on vacation, so they made up kryptonite for an episode. So the character was withered and died, or that's where kryptonite came from. I think it works better as Superman's blow.
Yeah,
I think if
can you imagine an energy thing?
That's what he does.
I've been flying around all you guys' measly planet. I'm hanging out in space, waiting for shit to happen. you know, I'm gonna if I do a line of if I
That's
do a
what it
line
is.
of kryptonite or two, back off. All
Well,
right.
it's kind of okay. Let me put it to you like this, right? Because like I'm not a big drinker. If you guys got some weed, I will partake.
Yeah.
I think that there are a lot of veterans out there who, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna cut that bitch's head off. You know what I mean? And then you're like, probably not. I'm probably gonna binge watch House of Cards or something. I don't know. I'm probably
What about that? What were we talking about? What were we talking about?
fuck a series. I just want to watch a movie. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Does anybody have any Tostitos? Like for like.
All of it. It's funny how you turn into you do that, and then you turn into Jim Brewer.
You look how I feel. That kind of.
Yeah.
That kind of guy. Like real heavy in the eyes. Yeah.
And some chips and Twinkies, man. Yeah. You get some soda, man.
Oh, man. I fucking love that. Oh, God. I fucking love Half-Baked. I'll call it. I love that movie. It's fantastic. No, but sincerely, though, you got Superman. He's walking around. He's the Man of Steel all the time. He's always on. He's always on. You know what I mean? And sometimes you got to drop it back a notch. You do a little bump of kryptonite snuff, boom, it allows you to just kind of, get a little more Clark Kent. Yeah. A little all right, we're going to put on the glasses and go to work today.
Yeah.
Is that
nothing wrong with that?
Is that not, just bring it down a notch, bro. You don't need to be Man of Steel all the time.
The problem is you're walking around in those tight tights and that long ass cape. You need to relax a little bit.
That's what it is. He gets all uppity as Clark Kent, too. You know what I'm saying? Because he's wearing the shit under his suit all the time. It's got to be very uncomfortable, I would think.
He should, maybe he should, instead of the tights, maybe you should switch to boxer briefs or something.
For sure.
Or boxers even.
Yeah.
Give it a little more room. Let him breathe.
Not me. I'm walking around like a Greek statue. Like a god.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Yep, I'm knocking stuff off the counters and stuff. I'm saying.
You watch if I was the guy who, made an anatomically correct Superman, he would have just a little bell-shaped button on a fur coat is what that thing would look like.
You would
It'd
show
be so tiny. It'd be so. It'd look like a little crumpled up Irish accordion. It'd look like one of those.
I'm going the other direction. I was thinking you were going to give them the, this is what they call him the Man of Steel.
No, that's what you're expecting. It's smooth as shit under that Speedo. It looks like it's like a Ken doll. That's where I go with that. It's totally fucked up. I don't know how we got here.
I don't know either. That went south, and no pun intended.
It did. Totally fine, though. Dude, last week, you're talking about...
let's face it, Penny. When you and I talk, our conversations, they're a little fucked up anyway.
They are a little bit. I think it's more... If you had to put a percentage on it, it's 30% business, and then 90% fuck around. And I'm not sure where you got your math from, but
exactly.
There's right. Somehow the fuck around overlaps with the business, I think.
But what's funny is that when we talk to each other, the initial conversation starts off 90% business, 30% fucketry, but then somewhere in the first, 90 seconds, it switches.
Yes. Well, and I'm glad that we're talking about this because I've actually been asked before, and this is not a stupid question. You say that you regroup, right, with all of these guys to include Adam Bird.
Yeah.
What is a regroup like? And I'm going to be honest with you. A regroup with you, like anybody else that I chat with out there, is the exact same way that I conversed with other squad leaders and patrol leaders in other areas of operation.
Yeah.
It's the exact same way. Or at least it feels the same.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm kind of giving you a brief on where I'm at, what I'm doing, and some of the stuff you're doing the same, and then it trails off into fuckery, and we have our own language and the ladies don't understand. At least, our significant others, other female Marines, and, that they totally get it. I tell you what, some of those ladies can slang. You're like, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Anyhow. Do you sell?
I don't know if I should be scared or turned on right now.
Right. I'm slightly aroused and a little bit afraid. And that's okay. That's all right. That's how I want to live my life. That's how I feel when I'm on my motorcycle. Slightly aroused and a little afraid.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't really, big guns don't scare me. Maybe like rocket launchers.
No.
You ever seen a javelin get launched?
Yes, I have.
Oh man. Slightly aroused.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't want to get, it's the backblast.
You don't want to stand behind it, that's for sure.
You do not.
No.
Have you ever seen?
Because your good day and your arousal turns into shit that hurt. What the just happened?
Yeah. That'll strip the paint off your house and give your family a permanent orange afro. Is exactly what that'll do.
You want to have kids? Not after that, buddy. They're all dead. You're shooting blanks the rest of your life, pal.
You singed the ball hair on that one, Sark. Good, good shooting. Woo, attaboy. See, but it it's different.
Like a fresh wax in the morning. Yeah, it's
You got me. Oh wow. Oh man. There it is. Yep.
That was a good one.
Oh God, fresh wax in the morning. Alrighty. Dude, I'm telling you though, every once in a while, you look at like a Laws rocket, okay? It's very unimpressive when you first look at a law.
Right.
And you open it up, and okay, when you hear that extending a law, that static electricity could potentially make it go off, that's a little nerve-wracking. Now, at sea level in the desert, you're okay.
Right.
Mountains, kind of already a staticky environment. You're just, it might go off. You don't know. And by go off, I mean fire, not explode. So whatever you're pointed at, like, you just...
Sorry.
Like,
my bad, sir. My bad.
It's got to be sir. You happen to be pointing at your platoon command. Sorry.
Sorry, sir. No, I wasn't. It had nothing to do with you giving me extra duty the other day. No. Sorry. That some bitch just went off.
See, in my scenario, it's sir who fucks up. It's like, no, I got this. Oh. Like, fuck. God damn it. Get back on the fucking radio. Like, what the hell are you doing? Oh my God. My computer just made the most god-awful sound at me. And I apologize.
That's all right.
Let's take that out of there. Thank you, editing staff at Cigars and Sea. And we're back with Adam Bird. So, dude, I'm telling you though, rockets, explosives, aroused, a little bit afraid. Slightly, maybe, it's like 10% of each. You know what I'm talking about.
See, I can see that, yeah.
Dude.
You're like, wow, that was really awesome. And then it's like, wow, I'm really glad I'm not on the receiving end of that.
Yes. Now you get it. See, that's like firing mortars.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people truly understand. Did you ever see mortars get shot? You ever go out to the gun line?
Yeah. Check.
Did you ever shoot any mortars? Did you ever drop any?
No, I didn't get to check one. No.
Some have, some don't. Some want to, some don't. I especially like the majority of the riflemen that we've had come out to the gun line. I don't think necessarily wanted to handle the mortars. Because they're like, this is a fucking warhead. Like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Don't
drop it because you'll die.
Right.
Here you go. I need you to walk about 100 yards that way.
Oh, Jesus. What are the little foam donut thingies for? Man, you do not belong here.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that. It was funny because we had to do that. I went out a couple of times with the field artillery, and I got to pull the lanyard a few times, and shoot off a projectile, and that was pretty fun. But as you're like, you're with a bunch of other people. I was with a bunch of other new trainees at the time, and we had to tell them, like, do not step over this the lanyard. They're like, what's a lanyard? I was like, the fucking rope. Don't step over this. All right. Don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't even breathe around it. All right. Because you so much like, oh, what does this do?
Right.
And you're like, oh yeah, well, you just shot a projectile in the air and that's heading downrange about 18 miles. So I'm not sure if there's a house down there or whatever, but I hope you're insured because you're basically going to get kicked out of the military now because you're a douchebag.
Artillery is so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cool like living next to it. In the middle of the night, what the fuck was that?
And I just pooped my pants.
Right. We're firing XCal missions. Yay! Like, oh, dude. And the artillery guys, they're all throwing red bags in there.
Yeah.
Big shit-eating grins on their faces. Like, thanks for putting in a hot load in your artillery piece and waking me up with it. You think your fucking alarm clock's bad? I fucking knocked over a goddamn wall in one of our hooches. Okay? I'm going to talk about waking up to a shitty thing. Like, oh, bucket of water getting tossed in you. Nope. Fuck that. Jesus, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, it was good. You call for artillery, you're like, yeah, I know that's going to be badass. But sleeping through it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Good times.
The best part about that, though, and again, a little aroused, a little afraid, when you hear artillery go over. And it's like, and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It kind of puts a chill down your spine. Like, there are gigantic fucking bullets being shot over top of your head right now. That's all that it is. It's a gigantic bullet.
You see, like, the forward observer, you're like, God, I hope I called those numbers in right.
Majority ethos, I know. Don't give a fuck.
Like, God, what's taking so long?
Right.
All of a sudden, you're like, okay, that was a little close.
We're good. Oh, my God, dude. All right, so.
All right.
Just kind of in moving the conversation back over, just kind of wrapping things up. Because I tell our audience about Heroes Media Group every time, we share Cigars and Sea Stories.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So how many podcasts are you up to now?
We're up to 22 at the end of this week, I believe.
Active,
yes.
And then the goal is, are you seeking more?
Yes, we want 75 by the end of the year.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, because Heroes Media Group, and this is what I love, is it's a all-inclusive package that does a whole hell of a lot, not just for the podcast, but also in getting the name out there. So tell some of the folks as far as like the tools that you provide, some of those other things.
Well, I'll start with some of the tools that we provide right now, and then I'd like to make a very first announcement, an exclusive right here on Cigars and Sea Stories. So let me start off by saying some of the stuff that we do a lot of editing. So if you are kind of I want to do a show, I don't want to do any of the editing. I just want to show up and talk and let us handle all that stuff. We can do that. We can do all the audio editing for you. If you got video, we can do some of the video editing and stuff for you. As well. It gets a little more pricey when you do videoing, obviously, because it's a little more time consuming, but nonetheless, we could do all that stuff for you. We also do a lot of promotion for you. We'll promote your show on all of our social media platforms, as well as invite you to take part of different things that are going on. We cover a lot of sports. We have a lot of sports fans that follow us in the Heroes community, so we will give show hosts the opportunities to go out to, like, the NCAA March Madness is happening, right now, and we had 8 people across the country this past weekend for round 1 and 2, covering the men's college basketball. Obviously, we're in NASCAR, so we usually have people across the country covering most of the tracks. We're not on every single track, but we're on the majority of the tracks there. So that's one thing. We also do expos. Last year, Mike, you and I went to AUSA. Yeah, we were at AUSA and
Good
got
times.
to see stuff. So, and we got a couple of more, events that we're looking at doing later this year. Modern Day Marine Expo. We got some baseball things that are coming up with some of the Major League Baseball teams and their military nights across the country this year. So there's a lot of perks to joining it. And every time that we set up a booth or a table at an event, we invite you to come out and brand your brand. You work the Heroes Media Group booth, but you're branding your brand and telling people about what it is that you do. So
For sure.
Now, for the announcement, we actually, a lot of things that we do at HMG is, when you're doing your podcast, we usually tell you, get like a third party provider, like host that can host like Podbean or SoundCloud or Litspin or something like that. Starting May 1st of 2018, Heroes Media Group will be able to host now all of the shows. So you won't have to do a third party, and you can host your shows with the player on HMG starting May 1st. And when you host with HMG, it will be compatible to where we can RSS it out to it's be compatible with any one of the players that I just named, as well as iTunes and Google Play.
That's dope. That's what's up.
It's pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, man. No, that's very exciting, especially for those where it's not necessarily their primary business.
Exactly. Yep. And that's the cool thing. A lot of it, the one thing that I've found lately is a lot of people that get into podcasting, they do it to, whether it's supplement your income, or most of them are like business owners or people that have something that they sell that they are help branding their brand. And that's a big thing. If you have a business or you got a side hustle, you should be looking into podcasting to help expand your side hustle or your business.
For sure. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Well, okay. Shameless plug here. You use 5-paragraph business plan?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. You can also advise people on 5-paragraph business plan.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
So if you're another business owner who's out there, or another podcaster who's out there, and you want to start a podcast and you're trying to work it as a business, use 5-paragraph business plan, which you can get at 5paragraph.com. Adam happens to be one of those advisors. So if you want to work with Heroes Media Group, that's all there, right there waiting for you. Go for it. Check it out. I think that's really cool, personally. I love working with you. I think it's fun. We fuck around a lot, but we fuck around a lot because we work really hard. So that's the other cool, fun, side of this. But yeah, man,
it's gonna be a great year. It's a year of growth. We are going into our third year. We're just starting our third year. We've expanded. Obviously, I'm out on the East Coast a little bit more with some clients and stuff that we've picked up out here. We're expanding down into the South Florida area. We have an office now that we're sharing at the CIC military cohort in Miami, Florida, and I'll be back down there in a couple of weeks. We're working with the University of Miami and FIU student veterans and whatnot. So there's just a lot of things. There's a lot of moving parts to this machine, and I could not do it without the help of the shows. It's the shows are really what keeps us going. It's the shows. We have a chief marketing officer, Rob. We got some interns that are working with HMG as well. I mean, without the support that we have and without the love that we have from the shows, we wouldn't be here. So it's really you guys that are keeping us going. So thank you.
Oh, no. It's a privilege, honestly. It's fantastic. Well, and to the listener audiences, I tell you what, if you want more podcasts, you want more of this, all of that other good stuff, I'm pretty sure that we could get Adam Bird in the outfit that he described earlier, just cowboy boots, Speedo, 10-gallon hat, on a jet ski. All right, so just share the ever living fuck out of this episode, and then, maybe I could get that. I'll get that on video.
Yeah.
We could figure out. PCP is a hell of a drug. And people are snorting kryptonite these days. Did you hear about this? So, Anyway, doing lines of kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Check it out.
Be sure to check out Heroes Media Group. These guys freaking rock. Check out all of our other collaborators that are out there. We are collaborators, meaning that we are buyers of each other's services. We work with one another. Are we seeking outbound sponsors? Yes, we are. But we are attacking this big, huge market on our terms in Phalanx as veteran business owners. That includes Heroes Media Group, McPherson Marketing Group, who can help you out as far as, I mean, they do a number of different things, but they help you out in putting together a package that is right for you, which is really cool. There's no payment for on the phone consultation. Just get on the phone with Thomas McPherson Marketing Group. Talk to him about what you need. He can help you out. He helps out people all around the globe. So he's a good dude. Thank you so much to Spartan Media. They do an excellent job specifically within the commercial contracting and construction industry. They specialize in construction websites, how to show your business and your value as a contractor. Check out Spartan Media, and they can hook you up. Tell them that your boy Mike Penny over at Cigars and Sea Stories. Your boy is not a thing, by the way. Your boy, that's not a thing. I said it ironically. Okay, don't quote me and say, my boy, don't do that. Just say Mike sent, and then Jeremy will hook you up. And it'll be cool. I don't think, well, and of course, we always share this kind of like, it's last but not least, and we throw in the commercial before, but Hakoa, if you guys are interested as homeowners, as contractors, or if you're interested in running your own Hakoa location, talk to us. Go to hakoa.com. Hotel Oscar Charlie Oscar Alpha, hakoa.com. Protecting your doors while we were protecting our shores. What do you think about that?
I like that. That's catchy.
That was pretty good. Yeah,
that's good.
I like it.
Yeah,
I think that was correct. Anyway,
roll right off the tongue.
Love it, Adam. You're a real mensch. You know that.
I appreciate that.
It's so good having you, man.
I love being on here, Mike. It's always a pleasure talking to you and your fans that are listening to this show. So. Thank you all for those of you that are listening. Thank you all for your support.
We're an odd bunch, but we're rather tight knit. So it's one of those.
Well said.
Hey, thanks. All right, folks. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of Cigars and Sea Stories. We really do appreciate you subscribing, rating, reviewing the podcast. Like it, share it across the globe. Thank you so much to all of you who are out there defending us on the 7 seas. We know that you are listening. We see it across the globe, and it's really, really cool, and we hope that you get a kick out of it. And we're doing it in order to bridge that gap in between patriotic Americans and you guys who are downrange right now. And hopefully everybody at home is getting a kick out of this. So thank you so much. Thank you to everybody who is out there serving our nation, and thank you to the listeners who are sharing these episodes. Well, on that note, let me cue the music.